My name is Sherry, and welcome to my podcast, Silver Tea Media. And this episode is about gardening 2025. So, I want to say I decided I wanted to rent a garden bed from the community garden. And if some of you don't know who I am, I like to garden anyway. But I don't have a big house, so I was doing like the urban like gardening where you grow vertical or just grow little. So I've been growing a lot of my vegetables, like my tomatoes, my herbs, my nothing serious, uh, Cuban and peppers on my balcony. But this year I wanted to do more. I wanted to grow the collard greens, some mustard greens, squash, beans. I wanted to get it all going on. So I decided to do the community bed. So my neighbor helped me out. She gave me the information and she said, "Oh, give her a call and sign up." And I did. And it has been an absolute treasure for me. So let me talk about my experience. So you get a 4x8 community bed for $30 for the whole year. You also get a master gardener who was always there. I mean, he saw me in a big fight with some gardening netting to the point where I was almost tangled up in it. And he came over and helped me out. You also get tools, dirt, water. You just come with your plants and show up. That's it. But I wanted to be I wanted to feel it. I had my backpack, and in my backpack was all my tools. I had my tools. I didn't need to carry all the tools. I only had one tool in there, and that was the one to clip when I'm ready to clip my fruit, my vegetables. I clip that. Do I have it? Do I have it here? Let me get it. Now I'm gonna pull out my backpack so you can see I was looking like I was serious every time I walked in that garden. This is my backpack. It has gloves. I had bug stabs for in case I got bit by a bug. Rubber gloves. I have twine in case I need to tie something. My hat. In case I want to get on my knees, I had a knee pad. But the most important thing that I had I was making sure I was cutting some stuff down so I can take it home to cook. So I'm gonna put that over here. So I wanted to look like I was not just doing it. I wanted to feel like I was going in ready. I was ready. So I really was I was stepping into the role, not just I'm going to go rent. I was stepping into the role. And my family was such a great support. My mom, my sisters. I'm going to talk about my mom for a minute because she was the most difficult. Ma, you want to go with me? This is me talking to my mother. Mom, you want to go with me down to the community garden? No. Why? I don't want to go down there with all those bugs. It's not like you. So, growing up, my mom, the summer jobs for her were going down to the cotton field. Growing up for me, the summer jobs for most kids were working at the KBSI. Now that name, it's a name from the past, right? But people know who KBSI is. But those were the kind of jobs that was, those were the summer. So she did not like cotton field. So she didn't want to be out there in that dirt. But I had to explain to her, there's no dirt, Mom. It's like an asphalt and it's hot and it's beaming at you. So I convinced her to come out and she loved it. She was out watering. I gave her the hose, and she would just. I'll post a picture here. She was just going to town. I couldn't find my phone, and I couldn't grab it fast enough to capture her watering somebody else's garden because it wasn't mine. But in all fairness, in the community garden, we water each other's gardens anyway. So I think she had already. I was still working in mine, so I told her to go over and water my neighbor's garden. So she did. So I captured her, and then Venus, my older sister Venus and Ken, which is Ken is Venus's husband. He came and he loves gardening. He was really into seeing people out there gardening and doing their thing. So he was walking around looking at all the different things that people were growing. He had a good time. And my younger sister came, and her and I are crazy. We like two peas in a pod, you know. Donna was out there. Did she have a hat? Yeah, she did. She had a hat. She had the one with the beak on it. You know, I got this hat right here. Let me see. Let me see. I don't know if y'all. You know what? I'm gonna show you the video. I'm gonna post the video so you can see Donna and myself out there with our hats on, and I still had an umbrella. Okay, it was hot. I not only did I want my head to stay cool in the umbrella, but it wasn't enough. I needed to create my natural shade. Because sometimes you take some of these medicines, these that you had to take for after you get done with cancer. It's not really good to be in direct sunlight. I got faint so many times, so I had to create my own shade. So I did. So Donna and myself were enjoying the shades. Donna had a chance to actually meet some of the people in the community, and boy, was he talking to her about starting her own gardening bed in her yard. So she enjoyed talking to him. I left her there, actually. I was like, I see you. He like you talking a little. He gave me a lot of information. I got to get to my garden. So Donna was there with me, and she was helping me with my garden because there was a volunteer plant that I did not plant in there that showed up and was trying to kill some of my plants. So unfortunately, it was a beautiful, beautiful vine plant. It was a morning glory, but it was strangling my peas because I had some peas growing. So I had to separate it out, and I'll show you the video where Donna and I were starting to unravel it from around the pea because do I have video? I'll show you the peas, a picture of the peas because the peas were so long and beautiful and delicious. So we had a good time out there. You know, Patrick didn't make it out there because he was always working. Steven, he's not that kind of guy to come out. He will come out and help me sometimes. Sharon, he came out once or twice to help me water. He was talking about helping, but Sharon didn't show up. He only showed up twice, but that's okay. At least he showed up. That again, I count my small victories. Speaking of counting my small victories, I have to say that when you are okay, let's talk about some of the things that if you decide to go into a community garden and you have to be dedicated. You have to realize that it takes a lot, and it's also very rewarding in the end. So you have to count your small victories. Like, so I had some pest problems, and squirrel was over there eating up my squash. Can you believe that? Well, he was eating my squash. But there's a couple of squash that grew that he I don't think he's seen them. So I was able to actually harvest a couple of squash. So that was like, okay, 2 victories for me and 198 for you. But they were small victories, and I count them as I count Sharon showing up and helping me out. And so I really enjoyed it. So you want to stay committed because it is rewarding, and just me thinking about it just makes me feel so good. It was just a good feeling. to be out there and connecting with the earth, connecting with nature, your hands in the soil. It even kind of taught me to at least try to stay still when a bug came around because I'm the first one running. So I didn't run that much, and I stayed and I just kind of shooted little things off, and they went on about their business. And surprisingly, I stayed in mind mines. So I enjoyed it. My great nephew came and he was enjoying gardening, and it's really, I would love to pass this down to the next generation of growing your own food, knowing how to grow your own food, knowing how to control pests. I used diatomaceous earth. There were times where we had problems with squash worms. I didn't see the squash worm, thank God, because I honestly think I would have been running, but I didn't see them. I was told what to do to try to fight off the squash worm, but I don't know if because I didn't see the squash worm. I don't know if I won that battle because some of my squash are still growing, and then they would start to get like this mold on them. Like why are you molding up like that? I mean, they were beautiful squash. And let me tell you, I love the squash flowers. They're so the squash blossoms. They're so beautiful. But I didn't get a chance to eat the squash blossoms. I think if I decide to grow squash blossoms again, I mean squash again, I am going to try to eat the squash blossoms because I heard wonderful things about how good they taste. But anyway, um, I really count the small victories. Now I'm going to move into being one with nature. It helps you with rebuilding and re-healing after an illness. And I really enjoyed that part. So some of my key takeaways from growing and being in a community garden with the community is absolutely the people. I loved the people. They shared so much information. It was a real great community feel. And we all were there for different things. And let me say it like this, and I don't even know if I said that right. I want to say this. We were all driven to this one location by whatever drove us there. Because me, it was leveling up, learning how to grow my food. One lady, she was trying to grow flowers because she was interested in cut flowers. So, but we were all there for one main purpose though, and that was to grow. So I did like that part. And so that was one of the takeaways. Also, another takeaway is please be dedicated. Be dedicated to your garden bed because your garden bed will reward you. Even though my garden bed got a little crazy, it got overgrown with what was that, marigolds. I had to take some of them out because they were just, I don't know what. Anyway, they was getting out of hand. We had to have a conversation. So the plants did a wonderful job because I was showing up and I was still able to harvest collard greens. I was able to harvest beans. I was able to harvest squash. Now the carrots are still growing because they seem like they're like the size of my pinky right now. So I'm gonna let them continue to grow until October. I am planning to grow for the fall, and I'm not sure exactly what I'm growing for the fall, but I'm thinking about it. Which someone was telling me some of the vegetables I can grow for the fall are carrots, which I already got out there, turnips. What else was she saying? She was saying arugula. So I already cleared my garden, and I don't have a picture of that, but I'll see if I can get a picture and share it with you. So that was one of my takeaways. Be dedicated because you will get rewarded in the end. And it's nothing like growing your own. You know what you eat. You know what's on it, what was on it, what you did to get it. So it's just rewarding. So keep on growing. If you're interested in doing a garden bed where you're located, I would say go for it because I am going to do it again. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to pay my $30. Hopefully, it's $30 next year. We'll see. Um, I'm gonna just keep on growing. So until next time, my followers, you know what I always say: early detection is the best protection. So please get your annual mammograms done. And if you haven't gotten them done, when you're waiting for it, get them done. Put them on the calendar. And if you had them done, call and schedule for next year. So until next time, have a nice cup of tea.